DC here. Hi guys. Well, you probably are starting to recognize the place now. Dago just tried and I don't know, to go dig for that apple again. It must still be there because he's going in that same corner, or it was something else. And now he's, I don't know, you know how dogs do it, he's just smelling something that must be intensely interesting. I often wonder, you know, what it is with dogs in that respect. Well, showing you around. Yeah, actually it was funny. Oh, by the way, here are the beer cans. There you are, some of the beer cans. It was funny that a lot of you guys made a notice about the telephone cabin. There's something about telephone cabins here. I mean, there was a while back, they took most of them away, you know, I guess like in all of the world, because of the cell phone, the emergence of cell phones everywhere. And then, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was a lobby or what, but some came back. And when they came back, you couldn't use money in it, you could only use plastic. Well, great, I mean, you couldn't use coins in it. So in a way it was like, oh, well, what's the use, you know, I mean, and then what happened is that most of them, for whatever reason, vandalism, I guess, in large part, got busted. And now the new models that we have here have been brought back with the possibility of coins and everything. They've actually gone lower tech than the ones before. The ones before you could send out text messages and everything. They've brought back these models which are kind of like hybrids, but not quite as high tech. I guess that they've realized that not that many people were probably sending off text messages. What you do not find anymore with a phone booth is a telephone book. That is something they expect you to call, and when you call, it'll cost money. So why have a phone book when you can make money? Yeah. Well, that was very interesting, wasn't it? Now, what was I going to talk about today a little bit? Well, not really that much. Some of you might have been wondering, well, VEDFAM's over, so nobody's going to be making vids anymore. A little construction corner here. Yeah, well, no, actually that's not the idea of not making vids right now is I've just not been around. I've had, you know, December just started, and so I've been having to go and visit for the unemployment office. I've had to go and meet people, and I would not have been able to probably have made a vid even if it had been VEDFAM. It would have been extremely challenging. Tonight I'm off for the evening in Geneva. I hope I'll be able to take some pictures, because that was a place we could already check and see who are my really old subs here. Okay, wait. Okay, sorry about that. The guy asked me how to get to a certain place in town, and I have to say it was a bit of a challenge, because I knew where he wanted to go, but we just changed all the systems of the one-ways in the middle of town. So the way that I would have normally have told him to go has become a one-way, but in the other way. So I had to give him a rather complicated way to get to another part of town. I could almost see that he didn't believe me. You know, this guy is doing on purpose to get me lost. Well, no, that wasn't the case. What I was saying about VEDFAM, though, is that yeah, it was a lot of fun in a way. I know there's certain obligations, but I made a lot of fun vids, I found. But I would not have been able to make vids these days anyway. So it's not like like the after VEDFAM effect that I'm not be making vids. Yeah, I know what I was talking about. I was talking about going to Geneva. there's a race called the Escalade, and my really old subs will be able to see a vid where I went over with Mrs. DC. We went for the race over there. So it's the Escalade is a race. So it was let me see now, something like 8 kilometers, something like that. I was doing more jogging then. I'm still doing a little bit now, but it's not. Well, you know, life kind of took over with all these job stuff, and I have not been doing as much running as I used to. But I'm getting back into it. I am. And who knows, maybe next year I'll be running again. Well, yeah. So that could be a second vid for today. Nevertheless, I have not been able to go on YouTube these days, or extremely little. I followed to be certain that Palmolive Soap Jr. was there. And I know that John has 1 or 2 vids up since, which I have not been able to watch yet. I will, but I'll probably not get to it much before Sunday, something like that. Yeah, so I'm the one who's, as usual, late. Anything else? Yeah, I have a tag that I have to do from Susie Lady, which I really do want to do, because she mentioned in one of her vids, she was pretty discouraged, and she said, well, nobody has been coming to my, I guess nobody's been commenting, I don't get the views that are proportional to the amount of subs I have, and, you know, she was a bit down. Excuse me. And I do know what she's talking about, but the thing is that I believe that anybody who has analyzed the YouTube situation, no, Dago, he's just eaten an old Kleenex. Yuck. I would wonder if I feed him enough. No, dogs are like that. My hands are getting frozen. I'm going everywhere in this discussion. Yeah. The fact is if you've analyzed the YouTube situation, I don't know anybody who are getting proportional amount of views to their subs. I mean, if I have, let me see, 482, something like that. The last time I looked, 480 some odd subs. Maybe a little bit more. So not quite 500. Which means that those are people that have clicked on subscribe. Now take away the 400, I was going to say musicians, which are hoping that I will, you know, sub back. Now, I'm being sarcastic, but you all know what I mean. We've got a lot of people have maybe clicked on sub, but the reality is that we don't have that many subs compared to the numbers. So you can't expect, if you've got 500 subs or what, that 500 people are going to be, you know, viewing your vids. It's not going to happen unless it's one of these viral vids or you've made something unbelievable. No. And comments? Well, I try to comment on every vid I watch. Not everybody does that. I mean, that's, again, it's freedom. But my biggest problem is answering comments. If I manage to do it as it comes, then it's okay. Otherwise, yeah. But I do answer every comment eventually. But I find that pretty difficult. I'm going to have to stop now because it is sub-zero weather here right now. So and sub-freezing, because I got to remember most of my friends here on YouTube are thinking in Fahrenheit. But it's sub-freezing weather and my fingers are getting frozen. And yeah. Dago, don't. You saw another Kleenex. I don't want him eating, you know, everybody's snot, you know. Okay. Well, I'll try and get back to you tonight. These vlogs sometimes, especially walking in the winter like this with a dog who's, you know, looking everywhere, can be challenging. But that's part of the fun of YouTube, isn't it? I mean, this variety. So just to show you again, quickly, So I'm walking around. That's a really nice old farm. Nice though, I'd like to have it. But we got way over a foot of snow, and we're just starting to dig out of it now. Okay, DC will be signing off for this long-winded vlog. Take care.